Wow, you're really gonna put all this effort into understanding kids' movies?
Yes, I am. PIXAR. 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 They are the studio, the branch, the extension of Walt Disney Studios that gets commissioned to give a shit for them. And they have a new teaser trailer for their latest project, Luca. And the verdict is already in. People are up in arms. The whole internet is boiling with its reaction. Hey, that looks pretty neat, but why?
Why?
Fish?
Not only is the question, what makes this interesting, nor is it simply, what makes this interesting? The question I want to answer is, what makes this interesting? Particularly in contrast to previous Pixar trailers. I mean, I could talk about Raya and the Last Dragon since it seems to be relevant right now, but I kind of just don't care.
0% interest.
Let's begin with a couple more questions. First, what is the goal of a movie trailer or movie poster? It's not a tough question, don't worry. The simple goal is to exist in front of your eyes, then get you to think, maybe I want to see that. A trailer is an invitation, a request. It's the movie's way of asking you on a date. If you spend money on me, I promise you won't regret it. I mean, I could use this money to pay for a hot meal. All right. This brings us to the second question. What makes anything interesting? And I mean anything. A book, a movie, a poem, a talent show performance? One word. Conflict. Oh, that's a heavy word. I don't like it. Okay, if you prefer, we can call it tension. Wait, I don't like tension. It makes me uncomfortable. It makes my palms sweaty, knees weak. Dad's spaghetti.
Where did you boys say you were from?
And if you feel that way, I think you're right. It makes total sense. No person in their own life prefers to have conflict or challenges impeding their own comfort. But I will say that conflict is the reason we look at a trailer like Luca's and say, oh, I want to see where this goes. Or perhaps the honest way of saying it is, I want to see how this gets resolved. The basic satisfaction of watching a movie is seeing our heroes solve a problem. Often our conflict isn't the first problem our hero intended to solve. It evolves over time. Maybe they are the problem. In the end, we enjoy this. Why do we enjoy this? We're human beings. That's all there is to it. We may hate that somebody tragically died in the car accident all the way over there. But man, I love looking at it. So what does this have to do with Luca? In fact, where is the conflict in Luca? Well, let's restart the trailer. We begin by hearing the three sounds of the beach. Then we get blasted with color. Fertile green hills, pure blue water, nostalgic yellow town, and the red rosy cheeks of what appears to be our hero. And now we're getting the closer look. We've got culture, we've got life, we've got watermelon.
We can go anywhere, do anything.
And now we got friendships, we got pleasant adventures, roof climbing, arts and crafts, frolicking. Honestly, this is too pleasant. Where are you going with this, Pixar Verified?
Whoa, wait! Did you see that?
No.
Ah, there it is. The twist. But is that all there is to it? No. Sea boys, seafood. See what I did there?
Where did you boys say you were from?
That's a good premise. Now I have a solid idea of what I'm now planning to see. Why? Because this town is openly hostile to fish, who these boys secretly are. It's good world building, it's good character introduction, but most importantly, it's a good story pitch. Now, what do you get when you have all those things, but a good story pitch? You get Soul's teaser trailer. I can't with this. Disclaimer, I am not saying Soul is a bad movie or has a bad story. In fact, I've never seen it. I never had the premier Disney Access money lying around, and at this point,
0% 0% interest.
I've heard good things. This is just a critique of the teaser trailer for Soul, which is almost great. Almost. World building, nailed it. This music's bopping. These people unique. This New York, so full of life. How about character introduction? Solid. This man looks cool. He's optimistic. He's got that Jamie Foxx voice of motivation.
Spend your precious hours doing what will bring out the real you. The brilliant, passionate you that's ready to contribute something meaningful into this world.
Yeah, I could dig this. Yeah, I want to see where this goes. So where does it go?
So what do you want to be remembered for?
Probably for doing this funny cowboy dance.
Oh.
Great.
This looks kind of dumb. Actually, to be fair, the problem I have with this trailer isn't this joke. It's the fact that we don't know what the conflict is. When the trailer first dropped, sure, he falls into a manhole and becomes a blue thing, but what does that actually mean? And to me, it's not the kind of mystery that generates intrigue. Now it's just confusing. We don't know what it means to be a blue thing. How can I be interested in this movie's world when the world I saw before is not the world we're going to spend time in? And how can I be interested in the story if I don't know what the conflict is? Now, granted, I'm not saying that the story in this trailer is entirely in the dark. Maybe he just wants to go back to reality. Oop, there goes gravity. And that is a story anyone can glean from this trailer. However, we don't really get a sense of how hard that struggle will be to get back. Is this other plane of existence hard to navigate? Why is it a journey to begin with? Did he die? Is the boy injured?
Why is the sad Cebu sad?
The problem with Disney and Pixar's Soul is a problem above my pay grade. But the problem with Soul, the movie's trailer at least, is that it has this tonal whiplash and ambiguous nature that might only be interesting because Pixar's resume gets inserted in the middle. And you've probably noticed that trend. From the studio that brought you a select few good things that you might remember. Ever notice how you never see from the same minds behind Cars 2? Remember, kids, studios aren't people. They just make things you like. I love this one the most because fuck all other Toy Stories, you cried at this one. But to be fair, this is a bad trailer altogether. It's the Inside Out trailer. That is the non-teaser, more meat, official trailer. Well, let's see how people responded to it back then.
Inside their head.
Did you guys pick up on that?
Sure did.
Something's wrong.
Oh. I guess we're not doing that right now. Let's go to the Inside Out teaser trailer. You know, the first one.
Heads up, everybody! It's showtime!
Grab shell, dude.
Ready?
Ready.
Oh boy, oh boy!
I had to speed it up because 55.8% of this trailer is other movies. And while there are a lot of positive comments that came from this trailer, it looked like the end of Pixar. Because after all the other things in the world could have feelings, now feelings have feelings. That little Pixar portfolio in the first half was just icing on the cake.
Of course, this isn't the first time they've pitched us a movie this way. Does anyone remember WALL-E's first trailer? I do. And I think it's pretty awesome.
In the summer of 1994, there was a lunch.
A lunch that created your favorite movies from before. And here's another one. We don't know anything about the story. We have a glimpse, a mere glimpse of the world building, but we do get introduced to a character in a near perfect way. Wow! Ambiguous, but intriguing. Unfamiliar, but cute. New. Yet I trust Pixar to tell a good story with this guy. That's what this trailer is. Trust us. We know this is a little different, but we promise you, we're still the same Pixar as before. This trailer to me was effective. It's a resume, but I like it. So why don't I like the Inside Out trailer? Speaking from my experience, as a high school senior at the time, these looked bad. Serious, unspoken, familial issues. Funny feelings, dad, dumb. And even though the trailers eventually became specific with the story and adventure, I wasn't among those who went out of his way to watch more from the movie that I wasn't expecting to be good. All we get is this kind of unique kids movie idea, but no story.
To meet the little voices inside your head.
I'm joy. This is sadness, anger, disgust, and fear. Come on, group hug. You too, anger.
Don't touch me.
It just looked like non sequitur shenanigans mixed in with a silly metaphor. Yet, somehow, Inside Out was a phenomenal movie. It sold me instantly. It was the best Pixar movie. That wasn't one of these Pixar movies. Bad trailers, spectacular final result. Now what happens when you get the opposite of that? You get Brave.
My favorite part.
Every family that paid to see Brave were sitting down to watch a movie about a young woman choosing her own path in life that didn't have to be defined by which mediocre man tradition would force her to marry. So she goes on this dangerous adventure against the bear, where she may learn a valuable lesson and prove herself right. What did those families sitting down in the movie theater get instead? Mother Bear. Tell everybody I'm on my way. That really hurt. Oh God. Ugh. At the very least, the movie shown in Brave's trailer was a Pixar movie that many people wanted to see. Do you know a Pixar movie that no one wanted to see?
Yes! 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 No! 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 Oh! Yes! You got a friend in me.
Toy Story 4. A movie I felt didn't need to be made. I honestly couldn't stand the marketing for it either. There was like fucking 50 little teaser trailers where the gang holds hands and falls. Then like the 30-second clips of one or two jokes from Key and Peele. I didn't care for that, and it really struck me as just going to be a cash grab on the goodwill of the franchise.
By the time my college floor saw the big game spot in 2019, no one in that room cared. The franchise that shaped our childhoods was utterly ignored by the youngest of young adults because it was already over. Go home, Toy Story, you're retired. With Toy Story 3, the hype was pretty high. I mean, it had been roughly 10 years since a new sequel, 2009. Andy was 17. That was a big deal because now the purpose of a toy had changed. It was a compelling idea even before we saw a trailer. But Toy Story 4? There's a reason I wear these shirts. No one asked for this. The toys were given up. Andy was let go, and the gang was still together to create new memories with the new kid. So why do we need to explore the philosophy of Forky? You'll notice that this complaining has nothing to do with the content of the first cheeser. That's because all promotional material of art is subservient to recent memory. If something feels unneeded, it doesn't matter how good that something might be. That's the advantage of having an original idea. Like Toy Story.
Walt Disney Pictures presents
The 1995 Toy Story trailers, I find them really special. We get to see Toy Story before it was an accepted household item. So, did they follow the rules of making a good trailer back then? Or more specific, is the story pitch more than toys come to life? Ooh, so weird, twisty. Or the
first ever computer animated motion picture.
Well, there's some of that, but they knew what they were doing.
This is where spaceship lands.
Woody, the veteran.
Draw. Oh, got me again.
Buzz, The Rookie.
Have you been replaced?
No one's getting replaced. Excuse me.
Lightyear to the rescue.
Two heroes ready for anything
I don't like confrontations.
except each other.
If you want to make a good trailer, you need the toy and the story, which here's the tension between Buzz and Woody. And if you want a deeper analysis of that, I've already done a video on Toy Story under another Über-Analyzing video that you can click. I don't link in the description. Please subscribe. Honestly, I could keep talking about all the other Pixar teaser trailers, but at a certain point, I'll just be repeating myself. So to conclude this gallery of teases, let's take a look at my favorite Pixar teaser trailer out of them all.
And tonight, before the dessert course, we present for your pleasure the traditional cheese trolley. To start, we have an excellent clochette, creamy, very nice, very light. Next, a brebis, hearty, with a surprising bite, I think you'll find. And finally, the pièce de résistance, a very special, very rare.
I sentenced this trailer to the Mary Poppins Award of practically perfect in every way. First, it gives us the world building in full potency. Idyllic, upper-class Paris, fine dining, menu, concertina. But here's the genius part. The character introduction, by necessity, generates the conflict of our movie. They are both revealed at the exact same time. Blue Rat here isn't just Blue Rat, he's above the sewers, rummaging through the highest quality of food imaginable in a world that couldn't despise him any harder. And that's where he wants to be. This isn't B-movie tier. Protagonist doesn't want to be what he immutably is anymore. It's beyond the Wreck-It Ralph levels, and it even transcends The Little Mermaid. Ratatouille's teaser shows us that Remy isn't merely a non-human infatuated with humanness. He's a bottom-feeding house pet with a high standard of living. Even without the Parisian kitchen scene, this character is intriguing as fromage.
I'm surprised I even stayed here till the end of the video, but wow, you seriously wasted a lot of time and energy over kids' cartoons.
Well, I'm surprised you're still here too. But you want to know why I'm talking about kids' movies? It's because kids matter. Parents do not raise children. They raise adults. And to oversimplify the complicated process it takes to produce a functional human being, let's just say all there is to do, honestly, is give a shit. That includes their entertainment. Cartoon, kids movie. These shouldn't be pejoratives. They're not bad things. If a kids movie can entertain me and give me some cool insights, it doesn't stop being a kids movie. It starts being valuable. If you don't give a rat's about what your kids are watching, if you think kids entertainment is just used as a pacifier, then your expectations are too low for there to be any improvement in this highly influential aspect of a child's life. Reflecting back on Pixar's past trailers is, at least for me, a great way, a great exercise to figure out what works and what doesn't when it comes to the highest regarded animation studio for kids. If we know what we want, we can beg the big boys for it and get it. Beg, and you shall be appeased. It's biblical. Anyways, this video was fun to do, and I always plan to do more. But if you want me to do it quicker, there's this big red button down there that means incentivize. Oh, there it is. And if a lot of you subscribe, I'll have people to disappoint when I don't make videos. Honestly, that's the dream. Well, whatever the case, this has been Über-Analyzing with Kyle Krinkle. And I'll see you later.